We are here at the Ave. I know the picture here, I've got a wall behind me, doesn't really look that great. I'll try to take a camera shot of where we are a little bit later, but we are at the Ave Luxury Apartments. If you have not seen them, you obviously haven't been to the office in a while because they're not very far from our office. If you've been to the new Whole Foods, they are adjacent to that. It's the one new building that really popped up first here at what used to be the PV Mall area. And so it was fun to watch them be built. I have toured them before and am excited for those of you here today. We'll get an opportunity to tour at the end. For those online, if you want to tour, we'll give you information about that a little bit later so you can come by. I was asked, why are we here? Well, if you're not aware, these are luxury apartments. They're both short-term and long-term. They are furnished and unfurnished. Come on in. We've got some seats over here. You guys might need to pull stuff off the green little stools. So really important to know that, because how many of you have ever had a client that needed a short-term rental and had a dog and you could not find a place for them? Well, guess what? All breeds of dogs are welcome here. There are no restrictions. Really, really cool, especially in furnished rentals, because usually when you say furnished, you say dog, they say see you later, right? So wanted to make sure all of our furry friendly agents, and I know I've got a lot of them in my office, were aware of this resource. In addition, they do pay a broker fee, co-broke fees for rentals, which is somewhat unusual today. But it's more that you just have another tool in your tool chest, especially right here in this area, which we often struggle to find housing available. You guys able to see that? Okay. Let's get started. April, we have a lot of April birthdays here. Move my thing out of the way here a little bit, but anybody here have an April birthday? Yes, a couple. Rachel, yes. Leaf, happy birthday. Awesome. Thank you. Excited for fun times here. Hopefully you have, well, Leaf just got back from a world trip. I don't know how you top that for your birthday. Are you going on another trip? Not this month. Okay, next month. You'll go on another one next month. Rachel, any big plans?
I already had it this weekend.
Okay, there you go. She's already been partied out. She's ready to go. All right, we've got April anniversaries as well. Look at that, Joe, with 14 years with Realty One Group. Mark all over the place, right? From 1 year to 14 years, a lot of them in that 10 to 11. A lot of those are folks that there are some seats down here if you want to come. If you guys could clear those things off so people could sit down there, I'm sorry. Okay, so you're welcome. All right. What fun. Okay, I think we're having well, that was an adventure here. So the fire alarms went off. It was not a test, but a lot of the buildings are still under construction. So the contractors had to double check what was going on. But in the meantime, we got a lot of loud noise, which is why I shut down the audio for you guys, so you were not overwhelmed there. Congratulations to our $1 Million Club for April. So whoops. Not, yeah. Okay, that was not what I wanted. I want to stay on that because here's the thing. Does anybody notice anything if you were in my meetings last month to this month? Anybody notice anything about the numbers here, or the people, the number of people? The smaller list, right? So the number 61 million is about 20 million less than last month. However, we worked with 100 people last month versus 86. So while the overall dollars may have been down, we actually did more transactions and serviced more people. Now, obviously this number is down, but overall, I mean, I wish I should probably try to figure out if I could find how many agents close deals each month rather than just our $1 million, because obviously we serviced 100 different families, which is awesome. So congratulations to all of you that closed a deal last month, not just these folks, but awesome for those of you that hit the $1 million. Okay. Welcome new agents. Look at this. Spring has sprung and we've got new agents coming into the real estate industry or to our office specifically. We had 5 new agents join us last month that we have up here. We actually had 6, so I don't know who's missing, but we had 6 come on last month. So that was pretty cool. And last Friday, I was with Karen and Brian at the Arizona School of Real Estate and Business. Getting your real estate license is still alive and well. People are getting it every week. And so it was fun talking to people. I actually have a meeting with one of those from last Friday that's a brand new agent this afternoon. And just a reminder for you, if you refer 3 people to join Realty One Group, you get a year for free. You don't pay your monthly expenses. So your $50 gets waived for the year. So congratulations. It's a little $600 thank you to you. So we appreciate that. If you've ever got anybody, make sure I know about it. So we make sure that on their form, they put your name down, that they don't forget that little step. Okay. All right. Who knows what May 1st is? It is May Day. For Realty One Group, what is it?
Oh, Care Day. Where you
One
go.
day.
One day. And why is it the one day? It is our anniversary. And this year, it is our 20th anniversary. Realty One Group started in 2005 in Nevada. And so we are celebrating our 20th anniversary with a new little logo for 20 for the 1. And so we're actually going to do the Singletons, which we've done a couple of years ago, located not very far from us over at 28th Street in Bell. It is a nonprofit servicing single parents with cancer. So they desperately need assistance. We're going to go in and help out, I believe, in the kitchen to either prep some meals or do some reorganization of the pantry and other things that they have there. And I'm excited to see that I've got already 6 people signed up. I hope we have more of you that will join us. It's a very fun day. If you can make May 3rd on Saturday, we have somebody for Realty One Group that coordinates a St. Mary's meal box packing day every quarter. And so that just happens to be on the same week. So we wanted to make sure, as a part of our One Cares, this is all in line with us giving back. So we hope that you'll be able to join us at one of these things. In your newsletter on Sunday was the sign up. So click on that and sign up. Do that as soon as possible so we can actually get your specific shirt sizes ordered. We'll be doing that this week, probably tomorrow, I'm thinking. So please go on and do that immediately so we have the right shirt sizes. We'll get a few extra shirts, but I don't know if it'll be the right size. So we never know what we're getting. If you're not aware, our One Cares, you are always welcome to click this link in the newsletter to share your own community service hours, just showing how much Realty One Group agents give back to their communities. We track that, and that way we're able to show what a loving and caring community we have in our real estate office. So it's very, very cool. And for those that don't know, you can also pledge a tree anytime you close a deal. You can offer to plant a tree. It's kind of a fun thing. All right, I'm betting some of you are here for the numbers. I don't know what it is about our office meetings, but most people do come to look at our monthly overview. I do need to reach out because we thought that this had been scaled to just Maricopa, and now I'm seeing the note and other areas serviced by ARMLS. Want to double check that with Leah, but I do think that this is the larger one, and you'll see in our numbers why I think that. Who knows what area ARMLS just engulfed? The Verde Valley. So Sedona and I believe Cottonwood and some of the areas around there. So we're expanding more to outside our own area. So please, if you're running the numbers, focus in on the communities you want to look at with your clients. All right. Let's look at the market snapshot. Again, you get this every month. It's already been delivered to you. You can use it to send out to your sphere. There are different snapshots that you can pull down. This one right here that says March is the latest version. You can see that the average sales price went up just over $8,000. Solds went up 1,100 units. That is pretty cool. Under contract even went up almost, 700 units, 688. Days on market went down, which is good. Kind of surprising, and I would expect that that will not stay. I would expect we're going to go longer, not shorter. It was just an adjustment of 5 days. We're still sitting at about 74 days on the market, which is longer than we were, a few months ago, a lot longer. Actives incoming soon has gone up 1,300 units. That is awesome. And the far right box here, this is year over year. So sales price from last year is 8.9. Solds are up 3%, which is really good. Contracts are up almost 6%, which is what we need, right? That's what we need. But let's look at some of the rest of these numbers, right? So the blue, if you see the blue up there, those are February numbers, right? We're talking about March numbers. I don't know how to get that out of the way, folks. The active incoming soon there, is like 1359, but the amount it's up. So you can kind of see in the top left the comparison to last month to this month that we just saw on the 2 slides. Then we're going to go into what the shifts are, Maricopa County active, and then around our office. You can see when I shift it to Maricopa County only, we're at 18,952 versus this 25,983, right? That's a huge jump. That's why I say, please always pull it down at least to Maricopa County. If you want to talk about what's happening in this, greater area, then do Maricopa County. But I would take it down even further than that. But this is why this big chart here to me is not really as reflective of what we're seeing here each and every day, right? Because what something's selling in Sedona is not a number I want to compare to. Personally, you can do that however you want. So single family, when we zoom it into just single family in Maricopa County rather than, the reason I do single family, what am I excluding? Anybody know other than condos and townhomes? What else? Manufactured homes. And if you don't think across Maricopa County, we don't have a lot of manufactured homes right now for sale that are going into our ARMLS, you're wrong. Take a peek, 10, 20, 30, $40,000 units. They're all over the place. So part of the reason, again, I narrow that to single family. I mean, if you want to do condos and townhomes, that's fine. Click those boxes, but just trying to pull those numbers so we've got a much more tight group to look at. All right. So single family 13,932, again, up 1,100 units. That's awesome, right? Or active, actually would prefer not any more active, sorry, but UCB and CCBS and pending are up about 515 units. Coming soon, really don't worry about that. It's down 56. Sold was up, but if you notice, it's not up as much as the general all over the place, right? Because I'm going to bet there were a lot of those manufactured homes and smaller units that moved versus the bigger single family homes in some cases. 10-mile radius, honestly, I think these numbers are pretty much, if I went month by month, there's not a huge, none of this is huge fluctuation, right? Couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. Active listings, yes, I think this is the first time we've been over 300 in a swing. But again, none of this is moving a huge amount, which is good news, right? I would be really frightened if we were up 1,000 units in our 10-mile radius, right? So only having it be 373 up is a good thing. Single family up just the 217. And your pending and UCB 84 up. All these numbers are up except the coming soon, which really, again, 1 versus 9 down. It doesn't really matter. Not everybody uses coming soon. Sold last month. This is what we want to see. 252 units sold last month, but 373 came on the market. So almost, not quite, not double, right? So about 3/4 increase. It's not what you want to see, right? You want to see more solds versus more active. So, but it is good to see that they're at least going under contract. All right, I know you guys, well, I will show you this. This is another one of these if you want a different looking snapshot. The monthly market report, you will see in my subject line, market report. We usually go in that subject line. We put this in on the first newsletter and the second newsletter of the month, so you can get it at the beginning of the month, okay? All right, so let's look at our overall actives listings by month. This is just one of the other reports. I'm not showing you the solds, just showing you the active. How long has it been since we've had almost 2,600 units on the market? Anybody see that up there? April of 2014, okay? So the top of our market with this volume, that's a lot of units, okay? I wish we could figure out what the price point differences are because it would be staggering, but true, but that's just a lot of inventory. So, okay, so let's go ahead and look at this. I got to move my photo out of the way up here. We're just going to recap what I just did. I just did this on the Fannie Mae 1004 MC stats. So as I said, sales prices did increase 1194. This is Maricopa County single family. Again, this is the narrowed down search. You can see this total of sales, the 10,961 compared to the 10,414. That's not a big deal, but the median sales price, I'm looking down here at the 520 versus the 518. So just up a teeny tiny bit, right? $1,000. Nobody's caring about that average, right? But the list price increased 10,000. So are people overpricing homes?
Yep.
That's going to start, I agree with you. I believe that's going to start correcting. Now, housing supply increased to 4.75 months. Interesting because everything else we saw kind of said that the days on market had gone down. But because of the increased housing supply, the numbers indicate that we actually have a longer time that these things are going to sit on the market, right? That's what happens because we've got more inventory than we have buyers. So here I just kind of took away a few so we can just see month over month over month, kind of those transitions. You can see the numbers kind of go from 10,000 down to, or I'm sorry, those are units, I think. So the prices are down here. You can kind of see the prices on the bottom there. So let's go to the 10-mile radius of the office. Whoa, what did I just do with that? So 10-mile radius, the office, you'll see 735 and then 899. Let me get to the other one that's going to give you that breakdown, and I've written it up for you. So current single family home median sales price increased 10,000 to 735. So this is saying that it actually increased to that. Here in our area, the list price decreased by 1,000. Now, how weird is that? The other one did it the other way, right? 1,000 versus 10, and this is the pricing actually closed 10,000 greater. I would bet that in our area that has to do with luxury versus the regular homes, regular single family homes, okay? Housing supply went up 0.75%. So the same thing we're seeing, I'm sorry, 0.75, so 3/4. So, all right. Let me go back to that. Any questions, folks? I'm sorry. Any of you subscribe to the Cromford Report? Yes? Any of you on the Cromford Report want to tell me what they said about Canadian buyers? If you heard it, they are leaving. So the Cromford Report did do a deep dive to see how many, and this is based on where the tax records are mailed to, right? That's the only thing we can do it based off of, that there is an increase of about 1/3 higher than normal of Canadian sellers selling at this time of the year. So, and they normally do sell at this time of the year. So, but to have that increase is pretty interesting. So just keep that in mind. We'll see if that continues to tick upward or not with the shifts in the dollar and everything else. Okay. Just want to make sure you are aware hold on. Sorry, I did that backwards. Okay. So want to make sure you are aware, as you know, Rock Title does provide training opportunities for us to attend. They've got a couple of them coming up. You may have missed last week's where Damon Caldwell spoke on shifting your mindset to unlock growth. You will be able to find that in the Rock University video library, so please check that out. Coming up tomorrow is Jeff Zimpler. It's a YouTube deep dive, unlocking your channel's potential. How many of you have YouTube here? Does anybody have a YouTube channel? Well, maybe you want to jump on this tomorrow then. The title actually for the Jane's event has changed. I have the wrong graphic on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you will see the correct graphic is from Champions for Change to Champions of Change. Jane is the one teaching this class, so I hope you'll join that on April 16th. All right, let's see what else we have. April 11th, we've got RevUps coming up, and they're talking about databases and online presence and then working with buyers making offers. I'm getting a lot of calls from agents trying to figure out how to get their clients to listen to them. That is getting more and more full of adventure, right? Our buyers, they know everything. They've done this twice in their life and they know everything about the current market. So hang in there, folks. You do need to try to listen to your clients and try to make sure to give them information. If you've not taken this Rev Up, these are for new agents as well as experienced agents. It never hurts to get a recap on some stuff and hear possibly some new ideas that you haven't heard since you got your license. So some fun things there, and I hope you'll take advantage of those. So I actually have something on this next slide. I forgot to take this slide out. So disregard what is on here. I'm going to do this, but I don't think I'm going to do it next week. I want to do a deep dive into writing offers and CMAs, but I don't think I can do it for next week because I really want to get a property out, especially to my mentees, but also some of you, if you feel like you need to review that, that's fine. So this is going to say that it's an interactive practice. I will be doing something else next Tuesday, but this will be hopefully coming up in the next week or two after that. All right, so how many of you have been watching these One Prime Times? Oh my gosh, nobody here? Please, if you have not watched some of these, okay, how many of you farm? Do any farming in your neighborhood? Okay. You need to go watch the One Prime Time, and you'll have to, I'll put it in a newsletter to go back. It's on One University. You can go to the library, type in One Prime Time. For those that don't know, Realty One Group's education division switched from having every Wednesday speakers to every other Wednesday, so twice a month. They do something called One Prime Time. This coming Wednesday, not this week, but next week, is Taylor Christensen, who is with Realty One Group and your one team. Taylor is the one that creates these partnerships for us. And these are all across the country, some around the world, of course. And when I tell you that they do their research on these companies, I've sent people that call me, trust me, the number of calls I get that want to come to our office meetings, to want to host our office meetings, just to get in front of our office is ridiculous, quite honestly. But we send them on to Taylor. If there's something we think is worthwhile, we send them on, and then Taylor's team really does their research to find out whether this is something that is a good partnership for our agents, for our platform, for what you guys are doing in your business. So I suggest you jump onto this. I'm willing to do a watch party. Come into the office. We can have a fun time watching it together. Dialogue, talk about what these tools are and what they're talking about. They're going to give tools to you that most likely are free. They're probably partners that we're working with that some of us may not know. I mean, I have to say, look, I've been with Realty One Group now 18 years. So I've been here a long time. And I've been to plenty of summits. And what I used to say at the summits is, could you just tell me what these dang tools are? Because there are a lot of them, and I don't have time to go through to figure out which ones are even going to benefit me right, there, because there'll be some tools that will benefit you and will benefit you, but it's not how my business platform was, right? So I was looking at them going, why do I need this stuff, right? But if you're looking for tools, start with what you already get for free. You do not need to pay for a lot of stuff. You have all these resources. So please join us on Wednesday. Let me know if you're going to come in. I'll bring some munchies in. We can have some fun. So I'm just going back over the training schedule. If you're not aware, for new agents, the orientation every Thursday, third Thursday and fourth Thursday, they do the orientation via Zoom. For the Realty One group, our online orientation. And then you can see these again with the new title down here for Champions for Change to Champions of Change. Okay. We are coming into the point where we do have some of our team here. The others are thinking I'm going to be way late. We do have another CE class. Is Mike, does anybody know if Mike's coming? I don't know. Well, we'll promo this for Epic. I know Barb will be here a little bit later, so we'll have to jump back. But Barb and Mike are trying every month. One of them will provide a CE class to us or for us upstairs at Rock Title's offices. Thank you, Rock. This one is 3 hours of legal issues. So anybody needing that CE credit, you got that one. And thanks to Rock and some other sponsors, lunch will be provided. I believe this is just on Rock, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that lunch. So a lot of things that are being covered there. If I don't think Mike is able to be here today, so we'll move on to she's not here. Is she here? Lee's not here. She was planning on coming here, so hopefully she's feeling okay. She may be here a little bit later. We'll swing over to her when she gets here. How did I lose a slide? Roberta and Art, you're here. Come on up. You want to come on up? Just don't trip over my stuff.
I have lots of stuff again today.
Okay, well, just don't trip over this.
Okay.
And you're taller than me with those heels.
Congratulations on all those new agents because they're keeping me really, really busy. And I like
Good.
that. And we see a lot of, houses are selling, people are excited, people doing brochures. I have something beautiful for you to send to you today. Are you Megan?
No.
You're Christina.
No, I don't have.
Oh,
any.
Christina, you just got the brochures.
No.
That's a different one. Oh my God.
Right too.
Oh, that is right too. But anyway, okay, so these people all have stuff coming today because we've had so many requests for so many different things. But it's exciting, and I just wanted to say that because we have so many new agents and we have a lot of activities coming up, I've had a request to have a photo shoot like as soon as possible because a lot of people need new photos. So I'm going to be doing one in that restroom, where our office is, like down the hall. We did one last year, I think.
Yeah, the break room.
So we're gonna do one on the 17th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I'll send a marketing piece to everyone and send it to you so you guys will have it.
It'll go in our newsletter.
This woman is wonderful. She's gonna give you 5 edited photos for $75, which I think is a great price. Her name is Shaylin, and her company, if you want to look her up on Instagram, found her. Her company is called Spark Brand Creative, and her photos are phenomenal. And what she's known for is for helping you to pose. A lot of times when you come and you take pictures and you're like, you don't know what to do, you feel uncomfortable. She's really great at doing that. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Compared to, I have some photographers come in, they tell you to stand there, and you stand there and you're like, I don't even know what to do, whatever. But I've had great feedback because I've done a lot of research on this because I have some big teams that actually requested a photo shoot as soon as possible because they have some stuff going on. So they need photos right away. So I had great feedback and the price is great. So you should really take advantage of this when I send it out, sign up and get a new photo because everybody needs a fresh photo. Everyone does. And I'm going to be calling some people specifically from the offices that I work with because it's time to get a new photo. It
If
is.
your photo's more than 3 years old, get a new photo.
But
on
no,
there.
I have a client that I worked for years and she is so beautiful and just so, and I tell her, so we had a photo shoot and every time I see her picture now, I tell her, you call me, you look so beautiful. She goes, well, that's because of you, Susan Smealan. I mean, that picture is just so beautiful. Her other picture did not do her any justice at all. So don't be afraid. And I'm always there to help you with your makeup and your hair and do everything. So to help you feel more comfortable doing that. But it's an important thing. And then in case you can't, make this one, we're going to do one in the Glendale office on the 29th. I know it's kind of far, but at least, if you miss this one, you can make it for that one because I had to do this one kind of soon. You know about our CE class, and on September the 30th, you're going to be, not September, what month are we? April. So April the 30th, we're having a huge event. I partner with Home Amp and with
Oh, I don't
Epic
have that.
Lending.
Yeah, I don't have that info there. You're right.
You will be getting that this week, I think.
Okay.
So anyway, we're having a panelist of some of the top agents in the Valley from different brokerages, all the top agents, everyone will be invited. It will probably fill up really fast. It's going to be at SAR, but it's something that you don't want to miss. You should really try to make it there. And they're going to talk about what they're doing this year, what's bringing them business, what's working, what's not working, people that are working with teams, people that aren't. And it's just going to be a lot of great knowledge to feed off with. And I just think it's great for all of us to congregate because once again, I think 2025 is going to be a really, really good year. And I think we just have to keep working and working and working because I'm telling you, it's working for us. We're extremely busy. We're meeting a lot of new people and business has been so good, so good. So if you have not worked with Roberta and Art, there are escrow officers in our office, which is just right above you, in case you don't know. You need to introduce yourself, come up, see them. If you need to talk to them about escrows, transactions, something that you're dealing with, something you can't work with. I just created a vesting marketing piece. So if you want to come up and get that, I'm going to put them on the front desk. But I've had some of the new agents tell me how to take title, how to do it. I can't really advise you on that. They can't either, but it is kind of a cheat sheet where you can look. So any resources that you need for us to help you, we're there to help you to do that. And I think that's all. Oh, and don't forget your pop buys because they keep going really, really fast. And
Yep.
Joanna had this really great thing because one of them is like a little pot where you can, but she found these little strips that are just flowers. I guess you lay them on the ground and just water them, and she's just going to attach it to her little marketing piece. You lay it and you water them and they just grow. So I thought that's really great. So I got all that stuff this time at a new store called Daisy's. Right? Daisy's.
That's cute.
Called Daisy's. It's on Indian School and like 38th Street, I think. And everything I bought there and everything in that store is only $1.75. So everything you see on the counter only costs me $1.75. And I take care of your pop by tags for you. So there's no reason not to go out and start hitting your clients, knocking on doors, putting them out there, and let's sell all this inventory.
That's awesome. That's a
All
great
right.
idea.
Thank you,
know,
everyone.
Okay, just watch your step. I just want you to hit that. So one of the things look, above all, we all value loyalty. So I just want to make sure you guys know that, we're not expecting you to dump people that you've worked with for years, but we just ask you, give Rock Title a chance, let them do one deal with you. And that way you have somebody in your back pocket if you need for another deal, especially on your listings when you're able to save both your client and the other side 50%. A lot of people, I had one agent say, well, my title company is going to give me a deal anytime I come to see them. And I'm like, you may want to double check that because they too have posted rates. They can only give the deals that are actually posted with the state of Arizona. They can't just say, oh yeah, for you, I'm going to give your client this. Only if your client fits in certain categories can they get that. And by the way, investor rates are 30% off the title and escrow, but you're getting 50% off of escrow if you do the listing package where you put it in the MLS. So last time I checked, 50% was greater than 30%, and they still get the 30% off the title side. So again, just an added benefit. I'm going to go backwards here. Whoops. Oh, I went the wrong way. Hang on. Oh no, hold on. Yeah, come on over here. Lee Piper with American Home Shield. Just watch your step right there so you don't trip over that cord.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm so excited to see these apartments. Anyway, so really exciting. Could I have a drum roll? Yeah, let's drum roll. And the reason that we're drum rolling today is that many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with American Home Shield. We are the oldest and the largest home warranty company in the country. In fact, we created the industry. But one thing about the home warranty industry is that it hasn't really changed a lot in the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years. But that's all changing. We have some incredible new leadership with our company, actually, not that new, a couple years. But one thing that we've recently launched that is just absolutely amazing is real-time video experts that are integrated and part of our home warranties. So we launched an app that is available to all our home warranty customers about 3 months ago. And just within the last month, since I've been at this meeting last, we actually integrated a video chat feature into the app to our 2 top level warranty plans. Now, what does this mean? This means that we've hired contractors, ex-contractors, who have been in the field working with clients, taking calls, and now they work for us, and all they do is video chat with our members all day long. So think about it this way, for all of those kind of like minor repairs that might pop up, like let's say the dishwasher stops working or the garage door won't open, all of those things that we don't innately have the knowledge of as homeowners, we can get on immediately as a warranty member and start talking to someone who does, and who does this professionally for a living. It's amazing because I'm sure as I've gone out and talked to our agent partners that you guys are getting a lot of those calls after closing. Do you ever get those pop up?
Oh, yeah.
And what do you say? Are you like, well, this is the steps like you can do to fix your dishwasher? No, you can, right? Like, that's not what you guys want to be doing after close. What you want to be doing is moving on to your next deal and talking to your next client, not dealing with the home maintenance hassles. So it really is an improved experience for your clients when they have someone that they can talk to. Thanks, Melissa. I have some pass those around. So it's great. And one thing, and the reason that I have this picture here, this was last week. This was at a company event that we held. And these are 3 of our contractors, and they're Phoenix based. So a lot of our guys that and girls that we've hired are actually local to the Phoenix area. This is Jeff. He's an HVAC contractor right here. I'm going to send out an interview that we did with him just to give you a little bit more background. And then these 2 guys right here are some of our appliance pros. This one here, I forget his name. I think it's Tom or Jim, or I can't remember. One of those 3. But he was telling me that he just absolutely loves his job so much. And he actually, in fact, he told me that he has people who call in who are 1099 technicians for appliance contractors who are actually out on the job, and they've spent their own money to get this service, and they call him while they're out on the job because he's at his computer and can help answer questions, pull up specs, all of that. So in other words, they truly are experts, and they are here for your clients and for you guys as an extension of that. And free. Totally free with our Shield Complete.
Do you have to pay?
No, totally free with our Shield Complete and Shield Plus plans. So you can talk an unlimited amount of time. It's awesome, you guys. It's technology that you have access to, and literally you don't have to learn anything new. You just submit a warranty like you always have, but they need an American Home Shield warranty to take advantage of it. And some early data that's come in is that up to 25% of the people who are actually using this service are able to resolve the issue before filing a service request. So that saves them time, that saves them money, that saves them the headache of having someone paying $100 to come out just to be like, oh, all you needed to do was reset the fuse, right? So anyway, I'm going to stick around for the tour. I'd love to answer any more questions that you guys have about that. You have the flyer. Share it with your clients. If you have a client who you've referred to us over the past year or so and they do have Complete or Plus, I'm going to commit to letting you know that so that you can check back in with them and let them know that they now have access to this amazing new feature.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. I put those over on the counter there. All right, let me see if I've got the right slides here because I didn't see it pop up. I'm worried that. Okay, I guess I have one, hang on one more slide. So,
No problem.
okay, so folks, I do have confirmation. I will be at the summit. Very excited to be there November 2nd through the 5th in Miami. And I can't wait to see Tony Robbins. I've actually never heard him live, so I'm excited about that. I hope you guys will consider joining. The cool thing is we have several months right now, and you can get your tickets and split your costs and make payments over the next few months. You don't have to do a lump sum payment right now. So that's a pretty cool idea. Just a reminder to be golden and be you. This is your business. Create what you're looking for. And I believe there we go. I was like,
all right.
hang on a minute. Okay. So Zach, is it Christheimer?
Kreisheimer.
Christheimer. Oh,
It's okay.
Christheimer.
It's
Okay.
a mouthful.
Okay. He's the business development director here
Mhm.
at the AV. Okay. So is it the AV or just AV?
It's just app.
AV. Okay. At AV Paradise Valley. This is a luxury apartment complex. I'm gonna let him talk about it. So I'm gonna jump out of here. Just hit this for
All
your
right.
other 3 slides and I'll get out of your way.
Let me make sure I can see.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys all for coming today. Just to give you guys a little brief history, we just opened up our doors to our first move-ins on January 2nd. So we are very, very brand new with construction set to be completed July 1st. So hopefully, and as the Paradise Valley Mall continues to grow, we hope to continue to grow as well. So why our clients might need us, we are a fully furnished, we have 65 fully furnished units here at AV, ranging from studio, 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms. Square footage ranges, we have 64 different floor plans here on site. So floor plan, yeah, floor plans can tend to change, but what our current clients are natural disasters. We had people from the LA fires come and stay with us in our furnished units, marital separations, unfortunately, delayed settlement, relocation of any kind for large businesses or corporation, delayed in construction, which you guys probably know very well about. You might have a 2-3 week delay in construction, and that's where we would come in. You guys could offer them to come stay over here, and that would be great. Home renovation, in between homes, and corporate relocations, like I had stated. So we offer a very robust referral program. So anything for our furnished units, 30 to 90 days, you will receive a $500 referral bonus from us. Anything 90 days or greater, it will be a $1,000 bonus. For our unfurnished leases, so our unfurnished models, anything from 6 to 11 months will be your $500, and anything 12 months or plus will be $1,500. We love our partnerships with our realtors, and just to get as much education and information out to you guys as possible is very crucial for us. So the payouts are great, and we've actually had multiple realtors already cash in on this, and we'd love for you guys to help as well.
Can you go back to that?
Yeah.
What's the unfurnished leases, send an escort? What's
So
escort? What are we talking about escort?
escort just means that they're actually in-house. So it's the lease is sent, and I think it's supposed to be executed. So like yeah, I was actually sent and executed. So the lease is signed and agreed upon, and that's like when you will get your payout. So any of your unfurnished inquiries will go to Molly. Molly is actually unfortunately under the weather currently. So all of your inquiries will go through her. She will get with our guest services managers at any of the properties that you are requesting. And it usually takes, we can get people in within about 2 to 3 hours. So it is a very quick turnaround. So don't feel like, we have to fill out an application, we have to do this, or X, Y, and Z. We have found the ways to expedite those processes. So anything that is needed.
Zach, can
Yep.
you just clarify, you do have two other properties, I know you're
Yes.
focused here, could you
Yeah.
tell people where the locations
So
are?
our two downtown properties are actually on Fifth Avenue in Fillmore and Third Avenue in Fillmore. They're across the street from each other, right across the VIG. We also have 18 locations nationwide. So if you do have a person relocating to New Jersey, Philly, Texas, Santa Clara, Tampa, and we actually just purchased two properties in Denver that will be opening up hopefully in the next 12 to 18 months. So we are expanding and growing rapidly. So any information that you guys are in need of, please contact Molly and she can send you a list, map of any and everything that we offer. But after you guys' meeting, I will gladly take everybody on a tour. We'll be able to see our model units for our unfurnished, and then I have both a 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom fully furnished unit that you guys will be able to see, and I can answer any questions. And then anybody who is online that is wanting to come tour our facilities both here and downtown, please just contact Molly, and they will be able to get you in for a tour at any of our properties. Does anybody have any questions at this time? Yes. No, so they are all just rental property. They are not condos. So I have some information. I've actually been sworn to secrecy. Yeah. So I actually yeah. Red Development is actually in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll be announcing all of their new tenants that will be taking over. And let me tell you, I get chills thinking about it. It is absolutely incredible, the companies that are going to be coming here. I can say that they already had announced the VIG. The VIG will be going directly next to Blanco Taco right there at the park. There are plans for, and you guys will find out in a couple of weeks, many different restaurants and just a plethora of different investment opportunities. People always say, "Oh, J.C. Penney, all that." Found some rumors that Red Development actually owns that land. So just it's going to be expanding. We have Fender's headquarters should be opening up in early Q1 of 2026. Lifetime Fitness will be opening up Q4 of this year, Q1 of next year. There's going to be a boutique hotel. There's going to be a lot that is going to make this area just boom. So over the next 5 years, I would see this area grow exponentially.
ETA for Federal Pizza?
Federal Pizza is actually supposed to be opening up in the next 2 to 3 weeks, supposedly. So Federal Pizza is actually connected to the Flower Child right there. They are amazing. We also have Wren House Brewery that is going in over by Hammer and Nails and the European Wax Center. They are a local brew company, brew house that this is going to be their 3rd or 4th physical location here in the Valley. So we're very happy and excited. And yeah, if you guys actually have any other questions or anything like that, you guys grab my card. I would gladly be able to answer any questions that you have. All right.
Perfect.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, between that land there. All right, so we only have a few more slides here and I'll answer your questions before you get to go on this tour. I don't know if they're going to split you off into 2, but real quickly, any buyers, seller needs while we're still on recording here and having fun, I guess. Oops, where are we? Okay, so any buyer seller needs? Yep, Joni.
So if anybody knows of anybody that's going to sell in Pinnacle at Desert Peak,
Pinnacle at Desert Peak, looking for a property for sale.
single family townhouses up there.
Single family townhouses.
My clients are literally waiting to sell their house to get something in there. And they would be paying cash once they sold their house, and we're trying to find even a rental right now to get them in, to get them out of their house, to get it sold, to have their money, so it's not a contingent offer. So.
Well, you just found a rental if you need it.
I'm sure it's what they can.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a different story. All right, so she's looking for something for her clients. They want to sell, but they're looking for a specific place to relocate to. And they don't want to put their home on the market until they have that. So that's the tough part, right? And we're all faced with that with our clients, with many of them. And I hate to kind of be the naysayer, but folks, if your homes are not on the market and your clients are going contingent, with the amount of inventory that's out there, the risk for a seller to accept a property that is not even on the market with the longer days on market is going to be harder and harder for sellers to go ahead and go down that road. But honestly, my greater fear is for your client, because if you write that contract and use section 1 of that contingency, guess who can cancel on you? The seller. So you take your buyer down that road, you get it all set up, and you think, whoo, got it all arranged, right? They get another offer a week later, say, sorry, see ya. Your seller's now done. They've got to move. They've got to sell. They're under contract. They don't have an out. Right? So remember, there are 2 sections of that contingency contract. If you are not under contract, the seller holds the cards. They can give you a 3-day right to remove that contingency or you're done.
Well, the other side of that coin, Melissa, is that when it was a seller's market, they weren't accepting contingent offers because they would get somebody like right away. So that was not, that was the worst part. Right now, people who are trying to find a home,
I know.
the 2 to 3, 4 months it could be might work out really well for them. So I think
Right
contingent
along
offers
with
right now are easier.
It just depends on where the property is and the conditions. So,
But that's-
yep.
We
So-
just wrote an offer this weekend, 16 offer.
Oh,
We
wow.
were number 17.
What area?
So
Midtown.
Melissa Gasper's talking about writing an offer this weekend, one of 16 offers. So I do think properties are still getting multiple offers. Don't get me wrong. But the challenge, what I was speaking to was contingency. So I think you do have a scenario there. I think new properties, if you price them right, and if they are in great condition, like really good condition, they are going to move. So keep that in mind. All right, any other buyers, sellers, anybody want to share? Yes, Lee.
Barbara and I have 2 listings in Moon Valley.
2 listings in Moon Valley,
Near 16th Street and Greenway.
16th Street and Greenway.
One that is 1 block from Lookout Mountain Preserve.
One's 1 block from Lookout Mountain Preserve,
There. 3,100 square feet.
3,100 square feet, with a pool,
Homes.
owned solar, that's
4
nice.
bedrooms, 2.5 bath,
4.2 at what price?
850.
850.
Then we've got one coming up Wednesday.
A new listing coming up tomorrow,
That's 1,800 square feet.
1,800 square feet,
Bedroom, 2 bath,
4.2,
590.
590, also in the Moon Valley area.
Home solar.
Owned solar again.
Bills are $0.
That's good. Some of their bills are $0. Like to see that. Anybody else? Buyers, sellers, new listings? Nope. All right. So I think I just need to tell you that our next office meeting is well, not at the, I'm sorry, forget that. It's in the office. May 13th is our next office meeting. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and stop recording here. You guys can those online,